So my super elaborate title sequence that's just sick. Well, sick as in not very good. Anyway, just checking in today. Got a nice little wound on my head that's been bleeding all day because I'm taller than a lot of things and don't really watch where I'm going. Just checking in today. We are in lockdown in my city until Sunday, so it gives me an excuse to be at home and play with some equipment and sit out here and work out how to make the buttons on the Duvalaki, how to make the buttons on this thing light up the way that I want, and maybe add a soundboard to it so that when I make stupid dad jokes, it shows what I want it to show. But anyway, don't really have all that much to say today. This is more just me speaking and saying things. So about a week and a half ago, I found out that I don't know how to operate doors, doors that have existed for thousands of years. So I was at my brother-in-law's house, and the screen door is, it's a brand new house. He was just moving into it. I was tasked with helping him assemble his furniture and arrange everything and bolt giant TVs to the walls and that sort of thing. What happened is, as I was walking through the screen door, I let go of the screen door and it just swung in really, really quickly. It basically, instead of just shutting slowly, it shuts really fast, except for like the last little inch, 2 inches, and then it goes slowly so that it doesn't slam. But what happened is it decided it needed to be shut quicker than I needed to be all the way through it. So a corner of it hooked me in the foot. I'm not going to show you, and I don't draw well enough to draw a diagram of it. I'm not an animator or anything. It hooked me in the corner of the foot, and I knew it was pretty bad when I did it, but I got in the middle of the kitchen and just put pressure on it, and then ended up driving myself to the doctors and getting 10 or 11 stitches in it. It's like a little V. Well, it would be like the equivalent of there, I guess. Yeah, I don't even know where the camera is. It's really funny looking at yourself, because you're used to looking at yourself in a mirror where everything's reversed. But now I look at things and it's the same way around. So I'll point at something, so I know that that's on that side. It's the only reason that pointing worked. And you like the fact that it's always 5 to 8 in my studio, because that clock doesn't work. That's why I was allowed to have it in my studio, because it was a piece of furniture in our house for a while. So I had to have a week and a half off work, and because I've just changed jobs, I haven't had enough sick days to continue to be paid for that job while I wasn't there. And the way my luck runs, I didn't do it at work. I did it after hours, so there was no workers' comp or any of those sort of things. It's just the nature of the beast and the nature of life in the big bad world when you're not necessarily paying attention. Because as it turns out, I was on the phone at the time, and I always make observations that people spend more time looking at their phones or being on their phones than they do being in the real world. So I was physically in the real world, but I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. If I had been paying attention, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have damaged my foot. But it's given me a chance to set up this stuff and actually start making videos, actually pull my proverbial finger out of my posterior and start moving towards what it is that I want to do, which is this channel, podcast, and have interesting conversations with new and interesting people. Because the world, in person, ideally, I am a bit set up so that I can do it remotely, but in person is better, because you pick up nuances of things. You pick up body language and intonation that you don't necessarily pick up over a phone or over a video feed. And people can be doing all sorts of stuff out off screen. I could be flipping you off, actually I was, while I was saying it, but it's not really what I do. So, I could move further away, but audio's very important. And the sweet, sultry sounds of my voice are pretty important to get across in a clear and concise manner. So, hope you've had a really good day. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Keep moving forward at whatever it is you're attempting at this time in your life. Even if you get pushed back, even if there is pushback on something, the reality is most things that are worthwhile require work. Things that come easy might not have the same sort of value. So I've been wanting to do this since I was like 6. I'm now 106. And if I can do it, anybody can. Thank you very much. Have an awesome day.